Most do-it-yourself landlords and even some professional property managers make huge mistakes when it comes to inspecting rental properties. So in this video, we're going to talk about the most common couple of mistakes, how to avoid them, and we're going to give you the 3 best inspections to do. So stick with us in this video. Hey, my name is Mario Gonzalez. I'm a professional property manager. I've been doing this in one way, shape, or form for about 2 decades. We manage thousands of homes from Jacksonville, Florida, over to Pensacola, Florida, everywhere in those surrounding areas. So we've seen a thing or two. We have done our share of rental property inspections. So we're going to talk about how to avoid the common mistakes, avoid thousands of dollars of damages or even legal fees, and then we're going to tell you how to properly do the 3 most common inspections that you should be doing, whether you're an independent landlord or you're a property manager. So let's get into it. First and foremost, with regards to these inspections, I'm using the term inspection, but a better term would probably be a condition report. Why do I make that differentiation? Because we just want to see the condition of the property. We're trying to record the condition of the property for legality purposes, is determine what was the condition of the home before the tenant moved in, what does it look like while they're in there, and what does it look like when they move out. And so we can navigate there between and charge the right people should it come to some sort of charges and anything that's done to the property during the time the tenant occupied the home. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the 3 that you are going to do and how you should do them here at the end. So the first is what we will call a pre-occupancy inspection. And that is before the tenant moves into the home. So the tenant is not there. You do it after the home has been made ready, it's looking all pretty, and before the tenant moves in. And you're going to record the condition of the home before they move in. You are taking pictures of everything. The flooring, the ceilings, the ceiling fans, the lighting switches, the walls, the paint, the screen, everything in a normal room. Same thing with the bathrooms. You're also going to look at the underneath there to make sure there's no water damage or water leaks, that type of thing. You get to the kitchen, open up all those cabinets. You may even record the serial numbers of the appliances, because you'd be amazed how many times appliances swap or change or disappear in rental properties. So you're trying to record the overall condition of the home before a tenant moves in. That is the first and the most important inspection that you will do. So the second most important one that you're going to do is while the tenant is in there. So you want to see how far away have they come from that baseline of when they first moved in. And you can do this in any type of periodicity. You can do it every 6 months. You can do it before your lease renews. You can do it all different times. We recommend doing it every 6 months or at least before lease renewal. Before you renew to this tenant to see if they are truly someone you want to renew with, you want to do a condition inspection or report. It's very similar to the first one. It's just not quite as evasive. You're not going to open all the cabinets and go through the closets and that type of stuff. You're just doing an overall picture, and you'll know very quickly when you walk into this home, sight, smells, that type of thing, if they are keeping up with the home. You can also do some drive-by inspections in there to see how the lawn is doing, to see if they're parking on the lawn or too many vehicles, that type of thing, or vehicles that are unauthorized, that type of thing. That's another type thing, but that's not necessarily one that you're going to go into the home, the drive-by inspections. Now let's talk about the third most important. And arguably, this is probably right underneath the pre-occupancy inspection as far as its importance. And this is the move out. It should be done after the tenant leaves. It should be done without the tenant there. You do not want any sort of distractions. You want the person who is doing this condition report or inspection to be able to accurately depict everything that is in there and everything that has happened in the home, so when you can match it against the pre-occupancy inspection, so you can see what has changed. And that's going to determine, as a professional property manager or a landlord, what you're going to bill the tenant, that's beyond normal wear and tear, that type of thing. So that move out inspection is very, very, very critical. And you have to have the move in order to look at the move out and then compare the two, or you're not going to have a leg to stand on in a court. So those are the 3 most important inspections that you will do. Let's talk about how to really avoid thousands of dollars in damages. The first way is do these inspections. So if you don't do these inspections, then whatever damage is done, you're going to be stuck. If you try to take them to court and you can't actually prove what the tenant has done, then odds are the judge is going to find in the favor of the tenant, and you're going to end up paying everything that you try to charge them and their legal fees, and even potentially some damages in there. The second thing is you as a landlord or a property management company, let me say that again, even a property management company should not be doing these inspections. You should have an independent third party doing them. Why? Because as a landlord yourself, okay, or a family member, or as a property manager, you cannot prove 100% that you're being unbiased in your inspections. And the only way to do that is to hire an independent third party that does these type of things. And quite honestly, in the property management community, there are a couple of companies that specialize in this. They're fantastic. If you'd like, you can reach down in the comments and I'm happy to recommend one of those to you. Again, I'm not paid by them, but I'm happy to let you know we've used several of them and they're fantastic. We hope this information helps. We hope that you've gotten something about it. You now know the 3 ways to do inspections and you know how to stay out of any type of legal disputes in here and really save a lot of money in this process. If you have any other questions with regards to property management or rentals or real estate, just drop it down in the comments. We'll make a video, we'll answer it, or even just reach out to us directly. Anyway, one way or another, we hope this information helps, and as always, you're welcome.